Hello and welcome back to a cool podcast. I am your host, Tiana E. And we have your other host,
Harry Leon.
Juan Samir.
Oh, I didn't know who was going. Go ahead. Your was goody.
And today we have special guest, Mary Arezoo. Mary, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, my name is Mary. And I'm here to talk to you about something very simple that's been very conflicted over in our society today.
Sounds like it's gonna be a good show. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Mary, for being on the platform. Because I know I would try to reach out and make it happen like a couple of weeks ago, but you know, in God's timing is when like things work. So I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to be on the show.
Yeah, of course, no problem. Thank you for having me here.
Oh yeah, no problem. How did everything start with just like the diet, like just the like Dr. Sebi, the health, you know what I'm saying? Just like I just need to know like how everything started and just like how did everything get like to like where it is today?
Wow, I need like 3 days to explain that. No, I'm just kidding. It all began when I was sitting in class. I went to Cal State University of Northridge, and I was sitting in class. The class was African health and wellness, but in that class we learned everything. Like it was the first time where I sat in class where it wasn't just one subject. We talked about everything in life. Like the teacher brought up so many different subjects, and her name was Sheba Lowe. I'll never forget her. One day she was like, you guys know down the street there's a guy healing like cancer and AIDS and all these things. And I was like, what? And like that, to me, that triggered my brain. I was like, what do you mean? Like, no one, what are you talking about curing cancer? So I just pulled up my laptop and I just started from there. Like I pulled up, he was like, yeah, his name is Dr. Sebi. I was like, oh, okay. And like, this is the time when he was alive, like right before he passed. And it was from there I remember I pulled up my laptop, I started looking up his videos, and everything just started kind of from there. But the diet itself, it didn't really come into fruition until about a year after that. So this is like maybe end of 2016.
Okay.
My boyfriend's cousin from Maryland, he always comes here, and there's no In-N-Out over there. So here, every day we're eating In-N-Out because, and so when August 31st, 2017, yeah, I think it was 17. I don't know, the dates mixed up. But my boyfriend Drew, he was like, "Let's just stop eating meat for a little bit. We've been eating so much." And I was like, "Okay." And a week went by, a week turned into a month turned into 3 years, and here I am. And I've never looked back. It hasn't been, you get so many questions of, oh, do you miss this? Do you miss that? There's no, my whole journey has been an entire learning process. It's been so many new experiences, learning different things, trying to unlearn the other things that, everything regarding to how, what we're eating. And so, yeah, that's pretty much, along the journey, I've learned so much and I'm still learning, and it's, there's still so much to go. And I think that the process that I've went through, it's really not that hard, and it's not something that only a few amount of people could do. I think everyone can do it. It's just you have to want to do it. And yeah, I mean, you guys asked the question because I could just go on and on about this. So
Mary,
yeah,
I want to ask you a question. How do you feel since you feel like you changed your diet? How does it make you feel? How does it impact your overall your
oh my
day,
god,
your performance?
it's been 360, I would say. Um, there's so many details that I could tell you. The biggest thing is being a woman. The first thing I noticed is my periods. They were, I have no headache. They last maybe 3 days. Nothing. Like I used to have back pain, headaches, my joints used to ache. That was the first thing I noticed. And ever since, I don't know, because I never had sugar. Like I wasn't like a sweets eater. Usually people that eat a lot of sweets have those problems, but it also comes with all the other things. I was eating a lot of meat. I'm Armenian. I grew up eating lamb. I grew up eating beef and chicken and pork. I had cow's tongue. Like all these things that have, put a strain on your body, and over time it causes, once you're a female, you reach puberty, those things, you're carrying all that. So your periods usually, like my cousins, they have very bad, heavy. So yeah, I don't want to go into detail, but yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. But other things, my mentality, um, it's really crazy because when Dr. Sabi said what you put into your mouth affects everything in your life, it's so real to me because it really does. Like what you put into your mouth affects how you think and affects your body, and you can go through mood swings or you can feel good 24/7. So yeah, it's a lot of change, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's like every time you like post something, I try to make sure I catch it, and like I always feel like I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Like even though like I've done like you probably are like the main reason why I really started to really study Dr. Sebi and really like pay attention to it, and like you're probably like one of the biggest inspirations for me, like trying to. Oh, I eat seafood, so I'm not like all the way, like veg. I guess it's called a pescatarian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I still eat like shrimp and like fish, but like I cut out a lot of those other meats. So like and like for me and my fiance and my son, he's but we've just noticed like it's just a difference in like how you feel. And because it's like I talk to other people, and my cousin is always telling me I got like a freak diet, but it's just like I just feel better. Like I probably lost like 10 pounds. I
Mm-hmm.
feel better. I feel like I got more energy, and it's just like I'm just like wow, like it's really like what you consume, what you put in your body is really it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's super important. Like just like and then like just juicing up a lot, what I mean, a lot of ginger. Like I don't like I really like a lot of the stuff that you like post. I really like pay attention to. Like is there like any other people that you feel like that you've like impacted, or is there like other people that like come to you for like advice about like just like their health and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's funny because I was never into Instagram. I never had one. I might have had one when I was a little younger, but um, over the course of my journey, like I was saying, like I was learning so much, and my boyfriend was like, "You should put this. You should make an Instagram. Like people can learn." And so, long story short, I was like, "Okay, cool, I'll make one." And I only put everything that I've learned. And yes, a lot of people started to grasp onto that information, and a lot of people do ask me so many questions. I've had so many people come up to me with some crazy diseases. Like you would not believe that. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but the issues that people have, like we really are sick. And we need answers quickly because people are suffering, people are dying. And it's something so simple, so easy that could be taken care of with no issues. You just have to really want it. I mean, that's the problem. People don't care. They don't want to care. You know, we're so used to things. So yeah, go ahead. I just saw something.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that was that was
sorry
me.
about that.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, people have asked me a lot of questions, and I always approach the situation where I don't know anything. I'm only learning, and because this is such a sensitive subject, that I come off as a student. You know, this is what I've learned. This is maybe something you can, introduce yourself to, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to, this is not like a prescription. That's how people, because we've been treated like that all of our lives for so long, that we approach people like me or people like you guys that have something going for yourselves. They approach you like, she's got the answer, he's got all the answers, but that's not the case. When it comes to health, there's hundreds of years of information that I have to learn. I can't, and it's not just your disease. We have to go so much deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I just don't want to go off subject, but yeah, there's it's insane. And some of these things I have no idea that exist.
Episode is brought to you by Peerspace. Peerspace is a peer-to-peer marketplace for booking space for events, meetings, and productions. Launched in February of 2014, Peerspace is a privately owned company operating in the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Austin, Seattle, and Washington, D.C.
Mary, I have a couple questions for you, but for me myself, I would say I first learned about Dr. Sebi through my father. Before we moved to Arizona, we're from New Jersey, and I remember I was like getting ready for like a pageant, and my dad was like trying to lose all of this weight, and just for like health reasons to feel better. And it became a lifestyle for him at that point of his life. And he would take the C.O.O.L tablets. He would watch like YouTube videos. I think he had like a book about like Dr. Sebi. And I was like, this is crazy. And I seen like his body transform like so fast. He was like at the smallest he ever was. And I was like, but I saw him like have more energy. You know, he was real consistent with his diet. And I was like, I tried C.O.O.L and I'm like, yo, this is nasty. Like, I don't like it. But then, like, he was like, oh, you can, like, put in smoothies and stuff. And, like, he would make smoothies and stuff for us. And I was like, this is, like, it tastes good. Like, you didn't even know that it had C.O.O.L in there. Like, it tastes like a regular smoothie. And then we went to L.A. to visit my brother's wife. And my dad went to Dr. Sebi's place. And I was like, like, it's crazy. It's real. Like, I started researching then, like, how he cured, like, left eye for AIDS and everything. But, when I moved to L.A., I looked into the diet and I was like looking at the list and I'm like, yo, I cannot take all this stuff out of my diet. Like I can't give up alcohol, but like honey, I'm like, I need honey in my tea. I can't drink like raw honey. Like I know you said like for you didn't really you weren't really into sugar, so it wasn't hard for you. But when you started the diet, did your body feel like withdrawals? Like what was your body's like initial reaction to cutting things out your diet, or did you go into it like slow?
Oh, it's been a journey. I'm still working on it. I love the taste of coffee. Sometimes I have it. Sometimes I have it every day. I know it's fucking me up. I know. That's how sick we are. I know that what this thing is gonna do to me, but I continuously do it to myself. And it's like, so yeah. I mean, what was it? Oh, the transition. Yeah. So it's been a work. That's the problem. I'm here only for this, just to tell you guys this, that it takes time. You have to take one step at a time. We've been eating these things for 500 years. There's no way that you can cut this thing off in one day. I'm in it. I'm 6 years into it, and I'm still not 100%. And it's not about being 100%. It's about transitioning smoothly so you don't turn back. Because if you don't take those steps, and you're always going to be worried about, oh, let me just go have a brownie. Because you really didn't want to move forward. You forced yourself.
That sounds kind of good right now.
Yeah. But as far as withdrawals, no. I've never had any feeling because everything I do is true. I move to what my body wants and what my body needs. I only listen to my body. I don't listen to anything that I've read, how, all this information. It doesn't matter when we already know how powerful our body is. So as long as you listen to this, everything else will be super smooth. And so, and sugar is poisonous. I mean, that sugar is in everything. Like if you notice, if you go into the store and you check every product from sweets to milk to pasta to everything, sugar is in everything because it's easy and it lasts. It's a poison put into food that makes everything last so long. That's why they put it into everything. So yeah, it'll take time. But you love honey, I would say try agave. Agave is damn near, as good as honey. If you don't like the taste, don't eat it. Continue with eating honey. It's like you continue moving forward to what you like, and that's how you don't fail.
That's good then. So you didn't go cold turkey. You just eased your way into it.
Right. What I went cold turkey is I stopped meats. The meat was immediate. Like I've never had meat. I haven't had it for like 4 years, 5 years almost. Yeah. So I haven't had The meat was cold turkey, but the dairy took time. The coffee took time. That's pretty much it. Because I cookies here and there sometimes, but it's not about being cold turkey.
Mm-hmm. And you drink a lot of water too. I saw like on your Instagram, you were like checking the pH of water, and I'm one of those people like I like high pH water. So like I think I forget the name of it, but I saw one and it has like an orange cap on there. It's like a clear bottle, but it has like orange on there.
Right.
And, and I was like tell us about that. Like, why do you check the pH of water, even if it says like it's a high pH?
Okay, so we know about the alkaline world. They've come up with this water being alkaline, and they're naming water as alkaline. Mm-hmm. Well, when you look at the pH chart, a pH goes from 0 to 14, and a pH is I won't go too detailed, but from 0 to 7 is
dive in. Yeah, dive in. Somebody probably needs to hear this. I need to hear this.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So every food has a certain a number to it, and this number determines if it's natural or if it's not natural. Acid versus alkaline. From 0 to 7, it's acid. 7 is neutral, and from 7 to 14 is alkaline. Anything from 7 to anything that's natural, from 7.1 to 9.6, maybe 9.8, is God made, is in nature. But what scientists have done is they've made in labs, they've made certain products, certain like batteries, detergents, cleaning products. They've made things to be alkaline. So when we're talking about alkalinity, there's actually fake alkalinity too, where it's biochemically made in a lab. You can't eat a battery. You can't, So when you hear the word alkaline, question what the hell is alkaline? Because people have asked me, oh, so you're saying that eating alkaline, we can eat batteries? And this is, I love when that person said that. I was like, thank you, because you're thinking. So it's not just about being alkaline, it's about something being natural. And anything that's natural goes from 7.1 to 9.6. So yeah, I do drink a lot of water because that came from fasting. When I fasted for 42 days. I only had herbs, herbal teas, and nothing else. And when I came off of the fast, breaking a fast is very, it's a very critical and important, a factor going into like smoothing your way into eating the things that you were eating. And when I did that, I noticed that I was super thirsty. And I was like, how can I be so thirsty? Like, this is so weird. And then it came to my mind that during the fast, all I had was water. a lot of water, tease water, tease water. So when I stopped, when you're transitioning, my body was like, hold on, where's all that water that you were giving me? And I was unbelievable. Like I think I drank like 3 gallons of water one day because I just couldn't. My body was like, what is going on? You're giving me food. So my body was taking the time to break down the food, but I wasn't drinking so much water. So it was just, it was unbelievable. So from there, that was a huge lesson. Like I drink a lot of water every day. Yeah.
Now I was gonna say, I think like for me, like just doing the research with Dr. Sebi and then like trying just like in the process of like my first year of like trying to transition, it is like extremely difficult to try to eat good, because when you go to the grocery store, the sodium phosphate is just like like you said, the sugar. Like there's so much bad stuff, and like even it's almost impossible to try to like get good stuff if you're not growing your own like food and growing your own farms and stuff like that. So it's just like I can see why people just kind of just don't even like really give it a try. But it takes a lot of like discipline, and it's just really like you know it's just about like asking yourself like, can you really do it, or is it worth doing it? Like what do you say to that? Because like you said, there's like thousands of stuff in like sugar. So it's like, how is there really a true way to really get away from it?
Learning ingredients, I would say that's first thing. That's it's a huge deal to stop, to learn things that are good for you, and then versus things that are, will like you. There's so much confusion, and the confusion shouldn't be there because if you start to learn simple things, like she likes honey, right? And I told her agave. So next time she goes into the store, she can say, okay, where's the agave? Maybe I should try this. So you start very simple things, like, okay, and you start with things that you like. So if someone here likes pasta, let's say, okay, pasta, we're used to eating the regular wheat and whatever else is on the shelf. So next time, if you learn the flours, the natural flours that there's spelt flour, there's teff flour, there's a bunch of others, but I would go and search and let me find something that is a natural flour. So then you can find, a natural pasta like kamut pasta. Kamut is the pasta is just as good as the regular, pastas on the shelf. So it's really learning about, that this is why I say one step at a time, because you'll go crazy. Like there's no way. Yeah, you'll be like it's insane. Like there's no way that I can't, like that's why there are people in this whole health world that say, oh, if you don't do it this 100%, that you're not true, you're not really fun. No, it takes years to each step might take years. Like if she really wants to switch that one thing from honey to agave, that might take her a year, but it's okay because that's her process. Like no one is perfect. You have to take your time. So yeah, just learning ingredients is extremely important. What's good and what's bad, what's acid and what's alkaline.
Wow. Now I would say this, Mary, throughout the years, what I have learned is that the difference between non-GMO and, the things that they genetically modify inside the grocery stores, it's like night and day, like you said. So it's like a lot of this stuff that people are consuming, it's man-made. So it's also going to have that man-made effect, the properties that are not God-like. So a lot of people are intaking things that just are, scientifically made. And as a result, they're getting all of the byproduct of consuming all of that stuff that's man-made, opposed to consuming something that naturally their body would be able to, digest and naturally, play its course. Can you break down the, non-GMO foods?
Yeah, it's not hard. There's GMO and there's non-GMO. GMOs are, the reason why they're labeled GMOs is because when farmers grow them, they spray pesticides on them to to deter away from the flies and all the bugs and the insects that come about. They kill those off with these pesticides, and now you're left with foods that are contaminated. That might be that's it. But to be honest, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter because if something's GMO and something's not GMO, a carrot could be non-GMO, but a carrot is not a natural vegetable. A carrot was made.
Right.
So they took the Queen Anne's lace gene and they took the wild yam and they combined it and came up with the carrot. The carrot doesn't grow in the wild. These other two, Queen Anne's lace and the wild yam, grows in the wild. So yeah, over the course of time, I would research Gregor Mendel. He made the soybean in the lab, and everything just started from there. So I would look him up and see what he did with the soybean. Yeah.
I think that was one thing that I found out when I was like just doing my research is like there's a lot of fruits and or vegetables that are like hybrids because I have like the list of like Dr. Sebi's like actual like diet, and it was just like wow, like there's a lot of stuff, a lot of vegetables that are not on the list, and it just was like wow, you know what I mean? Like you really have to do a lot of research and really study to really like know like what's good and what's not.
I mean, it's the list is already out. So, but it's okay to not follow the list 100%. Like I said, one step at a time. That list is very intimidating. Just same way I was when I first saw the list. I was like, what on? How am I? What is even on this list? There's nothing on here. So yeah, it takes time, and yeah, there are a lot of things that are not on the list, but also are natural. So.
This episode is brought to you by Anchor, podcasting made easy. Easily create your own podcast, then distribute to all major listening apps, all for free. Create and distribute your podcast for free with Anchor, a Spotify company. Record from anywhere, monetize your podcast, unlimited free hosting, one-click distribution.
I have another question for you, Mary, because I know you talk about like natural herbs. Can you talk about like some of your like favorite herbs and like what do you recommend for people? Just in general for overall health.
So I would say blue vervain is very high in iron fluorine, natural iron. I mean, it's done wonders. During my fast, I took blue vervain, and it was very helpful. It's pretty much food for your blood, and everyone needs that. So I would definitely say blue vervain, red clover, especially if you're a woman. It's huge for the reproductive system. It cleanses your. I mean, it's red clover is. If I were to have one herb that I could just take with me, and that's the only herb, it would be red clover because it has so much iron in it. There's a lot of oxygen. You can feel it. Once your body is clean, you can feel, as soon as I drink the tea, I feel the effects. It's calming, but it's not like, it's going to put you to sleep. So yeah, red clover. There's several. There's a lot of actually herbs that I don't like the taste of, but over time, you get over that. There's dandelion root, burdock root. Those are iron. I always recommend iron herbs because that's the most important in my eyes. Once you introduce iron into your body and you want to get the cleansing going as fast as you can, especially if you eat a diet where it's mostly meats and dairy and cheese. You want to start that you want to have at least something going in your body that's conducive for just to be nourished, just even a bit. So yeah, those are the three. There's several other thousands.
Can you break down like the different types of sea moss? Because I know there's the capsules, there's like the gel, and then there's like the actual sea moss. Can you like break or if there's any more, you can let me know. But can you like break it down like the difference between?
Okay, so sea moss comes in grows off of a rock, and it's a vegetable. Is it too dark? I'm gonna turn the light on real quick. Sorry, I just noticed that. 1 second. Sorry.
Now you're
So yeah,
fine.
sea moss comes off as its raw form, and then you can make a gel out of the raw form. You soak it into water for 24 hours, and then after the 24 hours, you just put it into your blender, and then you can add key lime, you add some water, and you make a gel out of that. I have a video a friend that recently made, and it's perfect. It shows you easily how to make it. The other form is capsulated, so you get the sea moss, and you have to have a very I have a high grade grinder. You can't. I tried with every other grinder, I couldn't, so I got a high grade one that put it through and it makes a powder out of it. And then the gel, yeah, I mean and you can make a tea too. I've never tried that, but you can put it into the tea or boiled water, and then put some into the tea, and you can just make like regular tea. But they do have different. I've learned that over the course, if you want a longer healing, you're trying to heal for an extended period of time, I would take the capsules. The capsules are faster, and they are for any herb that's capsulated. It's more for elongated healing. Teas are instant. Teas, you immediately feel it goes immediately into your system, and you feel it immediately. But yeah, those are the differences.
Is that something that do you yourself consume sea moss every day, or just at certain periods?
Yeah, I have sea moss every day, as much as I can. If I don't, sometimes I go a week without it. But yeah, there are times that I don't have any herbs. There are times that I don't feel like making a tea. I don't feel like and that's part of the process. I'm not there yet. People look at me like I'm some kind of freaking angel walking around here like I'm perfect. Mask. No, I'm going through the same things that you are. Just because there's two different things that I'm doing than you doesn't mean that I'm better off, or I'm that I know all the answers, because I really don't. This is just my experience.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, what was the fruit that I think that I asked you about, and it's I know it's like super powerful. I forgot the name because I tried.
Soursop?
Yes, the
Oh,
sour sop. Yes. How is it like? How
oh,
was your experience with that?
it's really delicious. Have you guys ever had it?
No.
No. Oh my god! The first time I had soursop, I couldn't believe it's delicious. Like, it's very sweet. There's 1,000,000,000 seeds in one of them. Like, in one guanabana, there's like 1,000 seeds, but it's worth it. It's really delicious, and it makes you feel good. Yeah, it's not.
Do you eat the seeds?
No, the seeds I will not recommend eating. I've read that it does not digest, so do not eat the seeds. Yeah, it's not like watermelon where if the seeds you eat, it's fine. But no, you don't want to eat soursop seeds.
Yeah, that's. I would try it, but I would have to watch a video first, because I'm not good at trying fruits that I don't know how to eat, because I've been to eat a seed on accident or something like that.
Yeah, you just cut into it, and you already see the seeds, and you just eat it with your hands.
Okay, obvious.
What are some of the benefits of the soursop?
Oh, it has a lot of minerals in it. I know it has iron in it. It has the phosphates in it for your bones. It's known to be. I'm not sure where this started or where it comes from, but it's known to be an anti-cancer fruit. Apparently, I don't know. It might have cured someone's cancer. I don't know. Maybe someone fasted on that, but I don't know the details of that. But it's known to be an anti-cancer food.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I think the alkaline, I think you sent me their information, right, to purchase it, because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
looking I was looking I think I was looking for the soursop for probably like 5 months, and I was just like, I couldn't find it, but yeah, I'm glad you sent me. I'm glad I seen you post it, so I wanted to see like who had it. So I want to say thank you for sending me that. I want to try it.
Oh yeah, definitely get it from either what's it, Fruits and Roots, um, or Miami fruit. I would get it from Miami because it's a tropical fruit
Okay.
and the soil is different there than here because people grow it out. You know, I'm here in California, so people do grow it, but it's not the same as getting it from somewhere it actually truly grows. So yeah, there's Fruits and Roots in Miami. I think it's Miami fruit. They both have um, a lot of tropical fruits, not just soursop.
Okay.
Awesome.
Look it up.
Now, on this segment of the show, we're going to talk sports talk. If you guys, Russell Westbrook, jetted on team, the Los Angeles Lakers, to join forces with LeBron. So it's going to be real exciting to see how that works out in the City of Angels with number 0. They also got Carmelo Anthony, who is one of the oldest superstars in the league. Um, it's going to be real interesting to see what the Lakers do. Free agency got real nice in the NBA, so we're going to see what happens as far as the NBA. Wani, what did you think about Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers?
I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? It's weird because it's like he's playing with LeBron and Kyrie's playing with Kevin Durant. So it's like
Right,
the whole thing is just weird. But
flip flop.
I don't know. Like I mean, LeBron has won a lot already. You know what I'm saying? Like I like I don't know. Durant is just my guy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather, I would be happier to see him get one in Brooklyn with the squad that they got. So I mean I don't know, but I would be happy if Melo could get a ring with the Lakers. I would be happy about that. But I don't know. It's just weird. It's just yeah, I don't really like like all the players like really joining up. But it's a different NBA.
It is definitely a different NBA. A lot of people could say a lot of those players that they did get are older. So maybe it might not be as much as an advantage as some of the older uh, big threes linking up together in the past. All these guys are other than AD, Anthony Davis, LeBron, and a lot of the free agents that Lakers end up getting are above the age of 32. So yeah, you could say that
Still
they grab
great.
people, but yeah, they're really in there. They're still in
We're
their
still
prime.
gonna be Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they're still going to be.
LeBron has everything. God, I can't even
Just say that,
believe.
but at the same time, it's like you got to let it play out. I think that uh, the cap was available. They had the free agent availability. You can't get mad at LeBron for having some of the guys come play on the team. Man, it worked out. If it worked
It's
out,
crazy though. Like
yeah,
I've never seen like a player like have so many great players. It's crazy. You
Look, I did
know.
the freaking. He has 9 Hall of Famers in his team.
It's crazy.
9. If he doesn't win, he's out of my top 5 already. So I don't know. You don't they dare to compare LeBron to Michael Jordan?
Or
Because
Kobe.
yeah, he
even
has to get the
like
job
Yeah.
it's
He's got to
over.
get the job
Like it's over.
He has to have at least 5 to even be in the argument. But a lot of people say Mike is untouched, considering the fact that Mike never lost in the finals,
Hmm.
and you know Mike just has this flawless career. I mean, he did have his troubles with the Bad Boy Pistons and some of the
Right.
teams in the late '80s, the Showtime Lakers. But for the most part, what people remember Michael Jordan is being flawless in the NBA Finals. So that's something
Right.
that LeBron, even if he kept playing and he won 2, 3 championships, he probably wouldn't be able to be measured up with Jordan
He
based on
can't.
that fact alone.
He's
But
still great though. You know what I'm saying? Still can't like. I don't. That's why I don't really like how they. I don't really even really like the comparisons. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
yeah,
you always gotta kind of downgrade somebody to make. You know what I'm saying? Like
true,
LeBron is still great. Like ain't nobody
true.
saying that. He's still great. Still one of the all
Yeah.
time greats. But it's like, I feel like just Jordan is just different.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. And
The two,
Iverson, you know what I'm saying, is different, but he's definitely one of the greats. There ain't no debating that.
Right. Yeah, you
the
can't
biggest
really measure. Go ahead, Mary.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm excited too about this.
I
Yeah, the
was
biggest difference between Kobe and Michael Jordan versus LeBron is Kobe and MJ actually made the players around them better. There's a story about how Michael Jordan went into the office one day and he was trying to interfere with trying to get players, and the office just kicked him out. Like that's how it was back then. No one could go into the office and interfere with it. LeBron goes in, he runs the whole thing. He says, "Oh, get me this guy," and there it is. There tomorrow. There, it's a whole different game now. So yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
but
good. Which
the
is
players
good
have
because
more to say.
it's you seeing the game evolve and the players have more power. So like, and he's been great because like the players have more power. So it is good. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's everything is so different. It's just weird. It's weird.
yeah.
Yeah,
In
but I
other
feel like
parts,
this. Go ahead, cuz.
yeah, we can have a whole sports talk on spirit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready for that too.
But for some more of a note, I want to make sure I add in the Olympics. We had the Olympics being held. You all know that was supposed to be held last year, but since COVID, got extended to this year. And U.S. Came off on top with 39 total gold medals. I think we had over 100 some odd medals in total. So we not only won the total amount of medals, but we also won the total amount of gold. That's something that we should definitely be able to celebrate as far as America and just rooting for our local or our national athletes to perform on a worldwide stage. It was cool really to watch the Olympics if you guys are into that stuff because the competition was definitely pretty steep, and it was cool to see America come on top with the most gold.
Right.
And I think
But yeah.
Durant is like number one in like points for like the USA Olympics. So that's pretty dope too, man. He's just a beast, man.
Yeah,
He's a
Durant is a
beast, man.
different.
He's different.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the greatest, and another Hall of Fame. Everyone's in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Um, this week's quote episode quote is I have two, and they're both by Dr. Sebi. Healing has to be consistent with life itself. If it isn't, then it's not healing. The components have to be from life. Real soul food is food that enhances the soul. Our central sun, our melanin, our carbon, fruits, vegetables, grains. This is the real soul food. So that was something I found by Dr.
I like
Sebi.
that.
That's dope.
But Mary, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time out. You still in LA, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here.
All right. When I come back out there, we're trying to make our way out. We're trying to make our way out there soon. Trying to see what this new COVID craziness stuff is going on. But I'm gonna try to make my way out there soon, and then we could definitely connect. But
Oh yeah,
I just wanted to
thank
say,
you so much. Yeah.
oh yeah, thank you for being on the platform, and
Yes, thank
I would
you.
what I mean. We'd love for you to be on there sometime soon again.
Right.
I
I'm gonna
would
try
love
out some of those roots.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys can hit me up. I'll send you CMOS all. Yo, I
Nice.
mean,
All right,
mhm.
true.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. This is a subject that really needs to be talked about, and I don't like doing these kind of things, but I have to because there's something, this conversation needs to be more current. It's so important to talk about these things because people are dying and it could be fixed so easily. So it's yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I was excited to be on here, and good luck with this whole podcast. I hope you guys, best of luck. Yeah, and this is really important. I think you guys, yeah, you continue doing this because this is the future. This is the way.
Hmm.
Without much
Thank
respect.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna link Mary's Instagram below if you guys want to follow her, check out her page. For all the good alkaline diet. Hit her up for CMOS. And yeah, that wraps up this segment.
Health
We
as
love
well.
y'all.
Y'all, health
Thank you
as
for your
well.
support. Health as well. Peace.
All right, peace.
Thank you guys.